What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. How are we all doing today? Oh, my camera's up there now. It's weird. Guys, do you mind that I don't look at the camera? Does anyone care? Does anyone notice? Does it offend anyone? Um, Caitlin, good morning. Her meeting ended early and she is here. That's all we ask is that your meetings end early, that you come here and join us. Dylan, what's up, buddy? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Blast Reach, Sean, how you doing? What's going on? Happy New Year and bag in the house after a late night community stream. How late did you end up going? I popped in for like a minute, and as I was pulling into my daughter's cheerleading at a basketball game, and it was just too loud in that stadium for me to hear any of the shenanigans and nonsense. Good morning, Dan. How are you? Good morning, Tim. What's up? Wait, sorry. Bukes needs direct eye contact. It's a phone up here on a tripod above my monitors. The bigger screen where all the comments are down here, so it's just never gonna happen. Like I've tried moving it to different locations so I could get better contact, and it just doesn't work. Have a great day. You're already leaving, Caitlin? Jeez, please. I'm just kidding. Not that late. Okay, 11's good. Well, what is that, like 5-hour stream? Yeah, not bad. Good morning, sir. Guys, hello. Good morning. How are you all doing? If you didn't know, something weird happened yesterday. There was just 2 daily dad streams. The other one of our other hosts, the great Ryan Turner, just likes to pull shenanigans. Um, and he just started his own little show. Didn't tell anyone. I was commuting home. I gave him shit this morning. I was like, dude, would have loved to have known because I was commuting home and I would have loved to have listened in and seen how that went live. I did listen this morning. Um, it was good. It was good to see Ryan. I'm glad he's uh finding a way to make it work because I kind of like one of the things I was telling him is like I find, and I told you guys, I find so much value in this morning show, like being able to come on here, speak some thoughts into the world, talk with you guys, get to know you guys, talk about the reading and the journaling that I do, that kind of stuff, and reflect on the day before and hopefully go into the day in a better mindset because I do get kind of like pumped up. We have a thing here about the 9 plus club. I start most of my days in the 7, 8 range. And I think when I get out of this show, I'm always in the 9 plus range after talking with you guys and Jason and Ryan and anyone who's coming up on stage. So I'm glad that he's going to find a time slot that can work for him because I know his mornings completely shifted and pivoted once his wife took on a new role or a new career, and he can't commit to the time anymore. And I know that's kind of dragged on him. Good morning, Nippy. So I am happy for him. I am glad. I just needed to remind him that he needs to just let us know, man. We want to support him. You just like pop a show whenever you want, dude. I was like, just shoot a text, man. Like I don't know if anyone knows, but I'm like I have no notifications on for anything so that I am not pulled to the Twitter or the Twitch or any of that kind of stuff. Try to keep the phone usage and the social media usage in my control. So when I have a break in between meetings or want to take a minute, and obviously it's more than just a minute, as we all know, I open my phone and I look through things. But that means that I'm always going to miss these random pop-ups when people just go live on a whim, you know? And I don't want to miss Ryan Turner going live the first time in 2026. Gosh, who caught the show live? I know Ann did. I heard Barlocker. I'm also really curious to know like what the audience is at that hour. It's really cool. We've actually talked about doing this for a while. Um, yeah, Yeah, exactly, MP. Zero push notifications, only the actual phone. Not even text. Ooh, not even text messages. This guy. Whew, damn. All right. Like I let text messages come through and emails. Um, yeah, Ryan went live around, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern time, like 1 o'clock my time. And I was literally like just starting my commute, but I see him saying goodbye and that's it. That's what you caught. I used to love the OG Spaces time, daytime, right at 3 p.m. Felt right. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Those were fun. Those were fun for sure. Like the Ian discotheque, Jeremy Spaces, Rob Messer opening them. Those were a lot of fun. Um, that was something where I was like focused on driving, so like I wouldn't be able to run a show or open up a show. So, but yeah, Ryan went live. Look for him. He's looking to
What up, Dom?
so yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's too far away. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Cool. Dom, I'm liking this 3/4 upside shot of you.
I don't know. I'm playing with it. I'm not sure how it works, how I like it. Like I said, yesterday it was lower, but it was in the way of like what's on my screens. Like so getting to like the comments and stuff, like switching screens was a little tricky for me. So it's a little higher today. I don't know that I like being this far away with I was like beforehand I cleaned up my office a little bit because it was kind of a wreck. It still is, but it was more of a wreck. There's a huge pile right here that y'all can't see because I just like shifted it all down here. Um, so yeah.
That level sitting at an awkward angle is really giving me some anxiety there, Dom.
Well, I don't want
Um,
to know how out of level the floors and the cabinets are, so it's best to just give it a lean, so out of sight, out of mind.
yeah. I
Meters
think I
on
caught a little
Dirty
bit
Dog.
of what you started with today. I started my day listening to my brother in
Me
his
too.
in his afternoon session here. I got three gratitudes today, and I'm feeling really good about it today.
All right, let's do it.
Three people. Number one,
Morning.
Ryan. I enjoyed the afternoon session. Um, he's got pop. He's got energy. I enjoy that it feels like he's talking to somebody there. I think he's gotten like really great at
It's
just
the other voices in his head.
or that. Yeah. He's always angry at food. I'll always appreciate that. Um, but just a little bit of kudos to getting back on some kind of sharing habit, which brings me
Hmm.
to gratitude number two. MP this morning I caught talking a little bit about community and sharing out to a community online. Looked like he might have
Mm.
been coming back from a gym, but he was talking about his 10-year stint as a teacher and how he focused on building community. And as he was talking about that, just kind of thinking about like how my second day is going. First day went pretty well. Enjoy my groups. Got some good. Did a little questionnaire, got some feedback, and then like yesterday, I was like, I was prepping to get into content stuff,
Mm.
and
Hmm.
so, after hearing MP talk a bit, I was like, yeah, you know what, we got to like get to know each other. So it's like, I kind of know them. I see them in the hallway, but like, who are these little humans that are in my room?
Yeah.
And they're probably asking, who is this old guy in the room? Who are we? Who are we? So I am going to I'm going to pull back, do a little bit of community building, getting to know who my kids are more. I know most of them, but like some of them I haven't seen in a while.
Nice.
Thirdly, Trace is my wife, Kristen. Last night around 8:30, right after bedtime, we're in the basement, watch the Stranger Things. We're getting to that. Walks by the furnace room and like then immediately goes back into the furnace room. And she's like, "It smells weird in here." And in my mind, and she called me out for this too. In my mind, I was like, it's the cat litter's in there, the furnace is in there, it's gonna smell weird. Went in
Yeah.
there, definitely smells like burning plastic. So,
Mm.
as I was like looking around, I don't know furnaces, but like I kind of know how to like take panels off and look. Definitely smell like burning plastic coming out of the blower part. So, she potentially saved our house and our lives.
Nice.
And yeah,
Yeah, you
she
can't mess with a woman's nose.
well, yeah, I know. Because like at first I was like, I got to deal with the house burn. It's probably not going to burn down, and we're probably okay. But immediately after, she called me out, and she was like, "You didn't think I was serious. You thought I was overreacting, didn't you?" Before, like, I was going to say no. I really, and eventually I was like, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
that's what I'm saying.
But so yeah, feeling good about the people in my life right now. How are
Yeah,
you
that
doing?
was so my morning gratitude was around my wife and my in-laws because my in-laws came up yesterday and Brooklyn has been asking to go get some food, some Chinese food, and it's not really a food that I'm a fan of. So I was like, I don't want to take you. But the in-laws took her. They all went and had like a little group date. It was basically my wife, her parents, and Brooklyn. So it was very centered around Brooklyn, which is nice. Like we've had a lot of conversation around Brooklyn, like being the middle child, having a lot of problems. And I can just imagine that feeling good for her to be basically the center of attention with with her grandparents and her mom, because usually that attention goes to Bailey or Bentley. Right after that, Bentley wanted to go to Yogurtland, so then some of them went to Yogurtland, and then right after that, we all went to Bailey's. She was cheerleading for the basketball team, the boys varsity, and we all watched her. So it was a good family night. I'm grateful for those people in my life for sure. So
Awesome.
I'm right there with
Yeah.
you, bud.
The older kid definitely gets the short end of the stick sometimes. Uh, which I also got to spend some time with Kira last night. She wanted to go to Target, get some gifts for her friend who got her gifts. So
Mm,
we were browsing through Target. Uh, we got to I
there's
got
Ryan.
to middle children are better than you all.
There's our ornery or fish.
I'm not going to argue that, Ryan.
I will.
Um,
Like that.
so so a little bit, maybe even a little connection to today's reading about kids observing us, whether we are or not. Youngest, well, I think the youngest definitely get
All
the,
right.
the
Show your
youngest
colors,
definitely
everybody.
identify yourselves in your family order. We can see you,
Yeah.
youngest kids and middle kids, oldest kids. Um, so kind of reflecting on today's reading about how kids are always observing.
Yeah.
Last night we were walking through Target and she was looking for like a specific kind of basket. Like she got some toiletries and like fuzzy
Hmm.
socks for her friend. And while we were doing that, I was very conscious for some weird reason of how she observed me looking. Like I'm not just wandering around, like
Okay.
I'm looking up to see what section we're in, and I'm
Yeah.
like comparing, seeing like what items are around us. It was just a kind of just a very odd, funny feeling that I had. Like I don't just want to come off like a chump dad. I want to help. And I eventually found the basket she was looking for, so I won. Um,
Baskets for gift baskets are very difficult to find. Weirdly enough, I've done this before, gotten gift baskets for people. Um, and in places like Target, you can find them in like many different aisles. Like they like sprinkle them around the aisles.
yeah, they
Um,
sprinkle them around like they sprinkle like candy stands next to
Milk.
like the next to the milk. Yeah, I found it next to the cleaning supplies.
Yeah,
Um,
it's And they're different, like different ones for, like the ones that are in the cleaning supplies aren't necessarily the same ones that are over in home decor or like whatever other area of Target. It's really weird.
Well, that's how they
I think
get you. That's how they get you
I
to browse more.
I guess, yeah. Or all the employees are stoned when they're putting everything away.
That could be it too. I
That was
do
my
see some of
guess.
my older students from a few years ago there sometimes. Sometimes I remember their names and sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
And then she went to go check out. I said, "I'll take it, but you got to pay for it yourself." She got to ended up coming to around like $80, which
Mm, you
did
can
I
really
ever
spend some
buy?
money on a gift basket.
Did
Yeah.
I ever spend $80 on a friend? I don't know. Anyway, really good job. She had to pay. She was short $1, so I got to
Mm.
save the day because I was waiting for her down at the exit and pay the $1. And one thing, like another, it's like another thought I had as I was walking down to her was like, I hope she I hope she remembers this someday, where
Yeah.
that she can always count on me for $1. Like those I don't know. Just I just felt very self-aware as a dad last night.
Ryan,
Mostly because we don't share a whole.
he's teaching his daughters to be better than his own faults.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying that my dad never gave me $1. I'm just saying I want to continue that trend.
Yeah. So where did this come from her? Is gift giving more of like a Kristen skill than a Jason skill? Just because Ryan called you out. Just curious.
What did Ryan say?
Said you spent $0 on brothers, so the scale is broken.
Oh, not disagreeing. But Ryan's birthday is on the 26th.
Of
Okay.
this month?
January 26th.
All
Yes.
right. Everybody,
So if
Ryan
you want
Turner's birthday is coming
Ryan
up.
some gifts or Target gift baskets, I have his address.
What's funny is I asked both Ryan and Blaze for their like birthdays and their family's birthdays, and I swear I put them in my phone. And then Blaze's birthday like came and went, and I totally did not get a reminder or have it in my phone. It was super confusing. So sorry, Blaze. But
I
thankful
think
for other people that remember those things,
I'm seeing
like
if I have his
Ambag.
birthday in my phone here.
Ryan's, yeah.
I don't.
Ooh, it's because you have reminders turned. Not calendar appointments though. It's more of social media and games and like, those apps that ask you. Ryan is expecting an $80. Oh, not an $81 gift. I thought it was 81. Um,
80-ish.
well then
Uh,
you should reach out to Kira Turner, not Jason. She gives the better gifts.
yeah.
Start nurturing the relationship with your niece because
Yeah.
she's the gift
I
giver.
would say it's definitely a Kristen skill for sure. Because she is more in the mindset of like she'll see something and then think of a person who would like it.
Yeah.
I don't think of gifts until it's like, oh, this person's birthday is tomorrow. Um, so yeah, I wish I was better about it, but
I'm
uh,
really good at it. I have to tone it down because I end up spending way too much money. Like a $80 gift basket doesn't shock me at all. And so I have to rein it in. Like I wish I could give more gifts to people, but then I would just not have any more money for electricity or Celsius.
or furnaces. Oh, I did turn my furnace off, by the way, in case anybody was wondering if I did that.
We're all sitting here like wondering if you're gonna drop dead from the plastic smell that's fuming up the whole basement right now. And yeah, we
Yeah,
were all very curious.
potentially an electrical issue is what the internet says. So we'll see.
Gotcha.
Um, so yeah,
S-
feeling good about today.
All right, what was this reading about? We got to make sure that we talk about the reading. for Mr. Turner, because otherwise, in a couple hours, he's going to go on live and talk about how we didn't talk about the reading.
Tom, are you feeling a little self-conscious right now?
Yeah, man. Well, what's funny is like he's not wrong. I s- I never talk about the reading. I talked by myself yesterday for 30 minutes. I
Yeah.
went on a ramble. Then I talked real quickly about how I didn't really like the reading. And then I started rambling some more. And then I was like, oh, shoot, did I not talk about the reading? And then as I read it again, I was like, no, I talked about it. I didn't like this one. Um, so I called myself out. And then Ryan just piggybacked on it and really, really just dug that knife in my back. And I felt bad
I
this
felt that
morning.
knife. I felt that knife through your back into my heart.
But I agree with you. I did enjoy listening to Ryan this morning on my commute into work. So I had 30 minutes with him, and then I switched over to my real favorite show, which is the Anbag and Tom Gervasian, however you say his name, uh, comic book podcast. That's like my favorite. Wednesdays they drop new ones, so today is awesome. That's the only reason why I went live was to call Dom out. He did say a whole bunch of compliments. And when Anne broke the news that Ryan went live and didn't tell me, um, she did mention that he was very complimentary of me. But
Yeah, he did.
all
He
I heard
was
were the booze.
he gave well, all I heard were the good things. He gave you a lot of kudos for like keeping like starting and keeping this morning habit. So, and Dom, I also applaud you as well. Thank
Thanks,
you.
chat.
You've been a large
Yeah, Doctor Feelgood, we're
positive.
100% fighting. Ryan owes me an $81 gift basket.
Yeah. Ryan is fighting. Ryan is fighting in the same way that he's trying to feed his kids, which I feel. I feel that frustration. One of his
Just
questions:
I'm just gonna throw some cheese around.
cheese and cut
I
strawberries.
love his brain though, man. Like I was sitting there and he's like, guys, I'm gonna make a point. Oh man, I miss the Ryan days. I do. I really do. It's part of the reason why I don't want to still be over here taking over the show, Ryan. I miss the Ryan good old Rumble Ramble days. Watching that beautiful ADHD brain just freaking make connections in the moment live.
I enjoy that he asks first if he can share a comment.
Yep.
I like that. Good skill,
And
Ryan. Well
and
done.
always miss the walks through Brooklyn in
Yeah.
the cold while I'm on the beach. So yeah, I'm really happy that he's gonna work on finding a time to make a show. And who knows, maybe Blaze will join him because I think Blaze has been talking about trying to set aside some time to jump on in the mornings. I know he did the New Year's Day one with you. Um, so who knows? Maybe Ryan and Blaze run it back in the afternoons. How cool would that be? The OGs.
Or we got the mornings. Ryan's got the afternoons, and
Ooh, late
then
night Blaze.
Blaze has the late night edition
Late nights with Blaze.
where things get spicy
Yeah, where he drinks wine and eats weird stuff
in a closet.
in a closet, in a soundproof closet.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Reading hard pivot. Um,
Yep. The whole
here's my
dad's
mindset.
network 24
Here's
7.
here's my mindset for
Never
January.
stop.
December was heavy.
Okay.
And this year I think I purposely try to go with it with a little bit of levity. So with January, trying to be a little bit more like upbeat about things, like not getting so uh not morose. I don't know what the word is. Intense. I don't know. Um, you know, the instead of like, yes, we reflect on like what we're doing here, but like also laugh at ourselves, about the things that we do. Today we're talking about when our kids like learn the most. It's like, when are they learning from us, whether we have that lesson planned or not? And most of the time, it's probably when you're not even thinking that they're listening. Like whether, they might be on a screen, they might be doing something else, but they're still, it's like you are still the background noise. Whatever you and your partner are going through is the background noise. The vibe it sets is the background noise. And they notice all these things. And it's just kind of like a slow boil their entire childhood until they get out into moving into their own place or college, and they carry that with them. And they either I'd assume that they either set their space up and surround themselves with people that are similar, or they completely try to change things. Um, like I would say, like a very low key example uh, with consequences would be me and Kira. We come home from school. We're both not necessarily talking. She's usually on her phone. Sometimes I catch myself on my phone, but I'm driving. And then I'll catch that and I'm like, you know what? She's on her phone, but she also notices that I'm on my phone and I'm driving, which like I don't want her to start driving and then remember, yeah, well, dad was on his phone and he was driving. And we
Yeah.
have kids in the car. So like that's like my entry point there. And then like I would say the big one would be like I mentioned that like me and Kristen got in a fisticuffs, non-physical, obviously, but like the first Saturday of winter break where like they heard us yelling and even though we had one kid with us which didn't like that, but like what are the other kids here? What are they thinking? It's like I think, well, I guess I'll just stay in my room till the afternoon. Or are they or did they even hear it, or did they hear, or how do they feel that post vibe where it's like, oh well, mom and dad were disagreeing, and I'm sure like their spidey sense is on and they're noticing that you know whatever weirdness there might be, or do they hear you making up and talking through it?
Yeah.
So uh those are my two thoughts from today.
Yeah, mine were very much around, uh, the things that I know that they see that I don't really want them to see, and then some of the ones that are, like the good and the bad, right? So when I journaled this one, I was like, I know my kids see that I, have a TV addiction, that I, tend to like to sit and be lazy, for long periods of time, that I snack a lot, that I can be very snarky and negative towards them and my wife. And those are the things that obviously like I correct them when they do it, but then I ultimately know that they're doing it because they've watched me over the years do it. Like I'm sitting there telling my kids, like, you guys need to get off your screens and go get some sunshine. And then I'm like thinking back to like, oh, the last 3 hours you've literally been sitting right next to them on your screen. Um,
That was,
so
that was a thought I had too. It's like screen time's over as you're browsing something.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've been there. I think that's very universal.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the phone's just as addictive for us as it is the kids. Um, the kids obviously they have a lot less going on, like responsibility wise, like nagging them wise, like so, there's obviously an easier way for us to break away from the phone than it is them because when someone's hungry or the laundry needs to be done or there's a call or there's a mortgage to be paid, like we obviously can get pulled away from our phone to go do the things that we are required to do, whereas the kids, it's the same device, it's the same addiction principles. Like, yeah, we can put some restrictions on it and we do, but yeah, that's probably the biggest one. And then my positives were, like the self-care routine that I have in working out, in journaling and reading. Like some of it they don't see, but I have been kind of letting it spill over into the later parts of the morning on the weekends as I sleep in. And then do it while they're awake. And then also my routine of cooking and eating and prepping for food and meal preps and stuff like that. Like It's kind of the better doing chores like around the house. Like those are kind of the better things that I'm hoping they're watching those and soaking that in. That like all in all, I feel like I'm trying to show them balance of like you can relax and enjoy your time for a certain amount of time until you need to like lock in because the kitchen needs to be cleaned or because you need to go to work. Um, yeah.
Thanks for the reminder to think about the good things too. Because I
Yeah,
was,
that's something like I appreciate you bringing in like starting the show with gratitude is like that's a throwback to what we used to always do here is like drop some gratitude and then get into the weeds. But yeah, sometimes it's hard to take that other side, and so that's what I tried to do that in those like 3 lines the journal gave me. I was like, okay, here are the negative things, because like I feel like that's what the reading was like more geared toward is like, oh, you're telling your kids, be honest, but then you're lying to a cop to get out of a speeding ticket. Like I get that, like we do that, but then there are also the times when you know we have to give ourselves a little pat on the back and not be so negative here.
yeah. My last connection here is I was thinking you was talking about, like lessons and what they're observing. And one thing I kind of connected was like also like my kids at school. Um,
Mm,
like how do they observe a teacher? Like MP was talking about like, developing that community and curating a space they want to be in. And like one of the things that I was kind of reminded of is like, what's the vibe I set in my studio classroom? And for the
yeah.
most part, I think I nail it. But it's like, the whole point is that kids are listening and learning even when we're not teaching. So, there's days where I'm off, or maybe like my plans aren't going as smoothly, or maybe it's just totally obvious that I planned nothing and I'm flying by the seat of my pants. And, the kids will observe that as well. It's like they expect a teacher.
Mm,
One of the questions I asked them yesterday was, I've told you my expectations. What are your expectations of me as your teacher? And a lot of it was like, being kind, being nice, being helpful. Uh, and then
okay.
there's like some kids who I would say like they're more on the level. They're like, oh, I expect lesson plans to be easy to follow. It's like, thanks for the reminder. Sometimes I need
Clarity. Yeah.
clarity. Yeah. So that's what I'm going into today with a little bit of focus on building and maintaining a positive community. So,
Nice. I mean,
Ryan, tune in this afternoon to Ryan
maybe,
to back clean up. Anything
maybe
that
he still didn't confirm.
we'll see.
Maybe
I got
10%
to get on.
chance.
They totally missed this point. We'll see. I'm not no, not sour, Ryan. Keep do that.
One of these times, dude, we're gonna raid you. I think that's what he's afraid of. We're just gonna raid in there,
I,
cause
I, did,
shenanigans,
I did say in the chat.
close the show.
I asked him what time he does it, so I can live stream during a class. It's like this is teaching.
Guys, this is my brother. Class, put down your
Don't show your
paintbrushes.
faces. Don't show your faces.
Yeah, that's
All right,
awesome.
I gotta go.
All right, man. Have a good day. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, hanging out with us, and chatting with us. We appreciate you all, and we will see you back here tomorrow and maybe with Ryan later today.
See y'all,
Peace,
and
everybody.
maybe
Later.
Blaze this evening.
Oh, maybe. Late night Blaze.